We've got one more week left here on the dock. New girl, heartbreak about to happen, tensions with the crew, and just the unknown as far as where I'm going to be in the next 6 months. Where am I going to go this year in 2022? The bus that he was on was hijacked and robbed. So today we take out a full boatload of people. We're gonna go just to Taganga, which is very close by and north of here. Nice easy destination. We can kind of sail out, sail in, drop anchor, and then sail back around sunset. Marina, we're good to go. Everyone's having chips. Life is good. All right, Phil, I'm gonna hop in there. You want to get the port side jib sheet ready? Yep. We can try and see if we can sail. So we sailed out, and now we're sailing in towards Taganga to drop anchor and have a chill day at the beach.
This is like old maid house. That's what your mama. That's the place you want to go.
Okay, what is it?
Sante.
Taganga is a swimming spot just north of Santa Marta, frequented by locals and travelers looking to cool off from the sweltering heat. It was the dry season, and so the landscape was brown and dormant, with only a thin strip of green along the water's edge. We were easily the nicest boat in the bay, and so decided to keep the party on board so the boat was being watched at all times.
Near miss with the drone. I'm still Edward 10 fingers, but now it's starting to hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, we can chop it off.
It
stops.
Ouchie! Ouchie, ouchie!
Yeah, I guess.
Right now, it's like.
Get a drone, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
It was.
Shoot some footage, they said.
There are some tensions going on with the crew. My crew is my friends and family, so I'm not really sure how to kind of document what's going on in a way that's respectful to everyone. But there are some tensions brewing. I guess what I will say is that in too many cases, I'm not getting enough assistance from my crew. And in too many cases, you know, having a crew is actually much more work for me. When we're sailing, it's a little bit different because I physically need my crew to be doing things. I need them to be on watch and I need them to be sailing the boat. But when we're not sailing, there really hasn't been much of a net benefit. Of course, having your friends around is great, and having people to hang out with and party with and to eat with and to share stories with, it's valuable. But I'm having trouble with the leadership side of things, and there's definitely so much more that I can improve with my leadership abilities on this trip. So I'm trying really hard not to externalize blame here and focus on what I can change. Kind of feeling the stress from that, and we'll see where things are. We've got one more week left here on the dock, and I met a girl here too. That's also kind of, I don't know what to do about that, and I'm leaving in a week. So if I do leave and she doesn't come with, which I don't really expect her to drop her life and come with, then that'll be the second kind of breakup from me leaving a place, and the second kind of real heartbreak on this trip, which seems pretty likely to happen. So it's making me think a lot, because it's making me really think about what I want and what this trip is going to be like. So I don't know, totally changes your perspective on things, because now you're like, well, what really matters the most? Achieving a milestone around the world, or, you know, finding true love? And that's what's going on. And I kind of feel, to be honest, pretty lost. But I'm just going to keep taking it one step at a time and see how it goes. Despite our impending separation, Laura and I decided to go away for a couple nights to an eco-resort near the national park. Just another day in Colombia. Here's a quick view of the surrounding area and the dried river, which during rainy season runs strongly. That night, a relatively mild earthquake would strike near there, and it shook our building at around 2:30 a.m. The best view in the house. So we're staying at a hostel here near Tayrona Park. It's about halfway across Tayrona Park, east to west, to the south of the park. So a lot of people stay in these hostels to get ready to go into Tayrona Park the next day. Tayrona Park is closed for the next month or so, but we did get into it a couple weeks ago. So that's cool, and this place is absolutely beautiful. Just on its own, they've got a pool and a million things you can do. And the sun is kind of just setting behind the mountains behind me. Not behind me right now, but behind me now. Earthquake last night, I looked it up, and that's pretty crazy. So it was a magnitude 5.1 or something, a couple 100 kilometers east of here. Good thing the structure held up, and yeah, that's pretty cool. I haven't had too many earthquakes in my life, so something different and new happens all the time here. So. The easiest part of the trip was the beginning, despite the fact that I didn't know very much. In the beginning, you have to buy a boat. And then you have to get it the way you want it, and then you have to leave, and then you have to go somewhere, and all of that was pretty obvious. So now I'm at a bit of a tougher time where the whole world is kind of open to me, and I need to figure out what I want to do. So my prevailing plan is to go to Cartagena next week from Santa Marta right here. Then from Cartagena to Panama to the San Blas Islands, then through the Panama Canal, Panama City, through Panama to Ecuador, then to Galapagos, then to the Marquesas, which will be a 3-week sail. And I am terrified of that long of a sail. Terrified of it. What I'm terrified of is the fatigue and the distance that we'll have over time from shore if something goes wrong. So if we're a week and a half into that 3-week trip and something goes wrong, it's going to take a long time to get help. But that's the way I'm looking at going. I don't know though. I really don't know what I'm doing. The other thing is, I talked earlier about getting crew, but I also don't know how easy it will be to get people who are willing to come out to French Polynesia and the South Pacific. It's a very long flight, an expensive flight. I don't know how responsive people are on that. I don't know how long it'll take before I post an ad and get an actual living, breathing, good fit crew member. A lot going on lately. A lot in my brain. And I need to reflect a lot on what is going on in my life, and what I'm doing and where I'm going. I'm scared to make the wrong decision. 5 more days, 5 more nights on the dock. So,
It's the time.
the day has finally come, sadly, that Juan is leaving us. And how many days were you here?
Like 17.
17 days, and
Something like
it's
that.
gone.
Goes by fast.
And
Make
we
the
went-
best of it.
We went up into the mountains, we did a bunch of stuff. You got your PADI certification.
And surfing, Palomino, definitely recommend it. And recommend traveling with these guys too.
All right, boys.
Salud. Cheers, 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 cheers.
Guess how cheap I got a bottle of wine for you last night?
15,000.
You launched your drone around here before, right?
So Juan left us yesterday. Really sad to see him go, and couldn't believe that 17 days flew by. We had so much fun. And then I got a call last night finding out that on his way to Cartagena, the bus that he was on was hijacked and robbed. And he lost all of his stuff. So all of his luggage, his passport, his wallet, his phone, and probably most importantly, besides his laptop and his camera, was all the photos that he had been taking with us and even before us. I don't know what he's backed up yet, so he's obviously overwhelmed right now, having to try and get everything put back together. So I haven't had a chance to talk with him at length, but I don't know how much of his photos were backed up. So really sad to hear that, and we hope that Juan's able to get his passport and everything figured out as soon as possible, because that is a huge pain, you know. It's not the money that you lose, it's having to put your life back together with all of your documents that probably aren't even valuable to the thieves anyways. So anyways, really Good morning. It is Tuesday, February 15th, and it's really windy. And it's gonna be really windy for a couple of days. In fact, it's so windy that we were gonna leave tomorrow, and we're not leaving tomorrow now. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time as we set sail in the high wind for Cartagena.